and welcome to another episode of Brooklyn's World. So my SMA story continues, and me trying to gain back the sufficient weight that I need to be able to get back my fat pad between my aorta and my SMA has turned into one big fail. More extreme measures are most likely going to be taken now. When speaking to my gastroenterologist, he basically said that I'm starting to experience malnutrition, that I've got some muscle wasting, and that I'm at risk of refeeding syndrome if I tried to consume large amounts of food. This really shocked me, as I didn't think that I was that bad. I just thought everything was the same. Everything was how it usually is. When I got home after my appointment, I went and looked up what all of these things are because I wanted a really good understanding of what was happening to my body. At the end of my research, I was really shocked. And all that I could think was, my poor body, how do you even function? I was completely unaware that my muscles were starting to waste away. I just thought that because my body was slimmer, it was usual for a body to change how it looks. I was right about this, but I was wrong in my thinking. When my gastroenterologist brought up how I was now at risk of refeeding syndrome, I knew that this wasn't good, and I knew that further intervention was about to be discussed. The thing that I'd been trying to avoid, a feeding tube. And after a long discussion, it was decided that we would be going down the feeding tube route. It was also decided that after I get a second opinion, I most likely will end up with a GJ tube surgically inserted into my stomach and intestines. The option of a nasogastric NJ tube really wasn't the best option for me. Firstly, because there's greater risk of having one of these, but also because of the type of work that I do. I'm on the phone all day, and having a tube down my throat that would be irritating would just be a nightmare. There's also the psychological issue, because I know that having something coming out of my body is not a good idea for me. I found this out after I had numerous catheters for my interstitial cystitis issues. I did not cope well with having tubes coming out of my body for long periods of time. Because of the risk that I was at for developing refeeding syndrome, I'd need to be hospitalised. I'll be in hospital for a while just to make sure that I don't develop refeeding syndrome. I will also need to be monitored, and then when I'm sent home they need to ensure that my vitamin and nutrient levels are all okay, that the type of formula that they're giving me is okay and sitting well in my body, and that the rate of formula that they're going to prescribe me is what's right for me. I am not looking forward to this at all. This is a major thing that is happening to me and a major setback in my health, but I've come to realize that this next step is necessary. My body is struggling more than I knew. I need my body to be strong and healthy, so it's got all of the energy that it needs to continue fighting all of my other chronic illnesses. It won't be easy, and it will bring on a whole lot of new challenges, but I won't let a feeding tube take over my life. I found this quote, which pretty much sums up how things are for me at the moment. Thank you for watching, for your support and listening to my story. Wish me luck in my journey as it continues. Don't forget to subscribe.